Spice Math. That's right. We add it up, multiply it, man. Spice Math. Okay. A couple things we're gonna learn today. Spice Math. All right. Take some time, educate yourself. Spice Math. That's right. You won't believe it's just math. Come on.
Hi, I'm Ruth Dottin.
Hi, I'm Erin Williams.
Hi, I'm Brandon Alexander.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Dottin.
Hello, I'm Lyndon Sincere.
We are your Spice Math tutors.
You won't believe it's just math. Just math.
Hi, you're there. I'm Erin.
Hello, I'm Ruth Dottin.
Welcome to Spice Math.
This lesson targets forms 4 to 5. Today, you are going to solve linear equations with mixed operations.
Use the distributive law to simplify expressions when solving.
3. Apply the methods of grouping when solving linear equations.
And 4. Use the LCM to simplify when solving.
Today, you are going to do a warm-up activity that enables you to understand the concept of cross multiplication. We are going to demonstrate what they need in order to play this game.
Yes, we are.
You will need 4 rectangular sheets of paper about this size, as I do, and you can have another 2 pieces to denote your equal sign. For the underscore, which is the division sign, you can use just 2 sticks of match. Now, on each paper, you are going to write letters to denote your variables, or what you may want to call quantities or entities. The rules for the game are: 1, you cannot exchange the denominator and the numerator on the same side. 2, we can exchange by going across to the opposite side from bottom to top. And when we do so, we are multiplying. So I am going to demonstrate. So I want you to understand that your variables in your equations can take on life. They can move. So I am going to move my b from the bottom left, and the equation has a left and a right side, to the top right. This means y times b. I'm going to move this letter, and it's going to go across. Remember, I can't move up and down on the same side. I'm going to take this letter and move it to the top left, and this means x times a. I can even exchange their positions at the same top on the numerator side. So that's ax, wanting to use alphabetic order, and on the right-hand side, that becomes by. So in essence, I have a new expression. Ax is equal to by. Erin, do you follow?
Yes, miss.
Would you like to try?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So remember, we cannot switch the numerator and the denominator on the same side, right? So as Ms. Dottin did, we are going to bring the letter Q, and we're bringing it over on the top right-hand side.
Very good.
Then we're going to bring 3 to the top left-hand side. And this simply means 3 is now multiplied to P, and 1 is now multiplied to Q.
So how do I read that equation, Erin?
3P is equal to Q.
Right, where 1Q is the same as Q.
Yes.
Great exercise. So we would like you to try this exercise as a warm-up activity or even in your own free time so that you could better understand and feel the concept of cross multiplication. Today, we are going to solve two linear equations. So before you begin, you can think about these things. Do I need to use the distributive law? Do I need to group my like terms? Is it the case that I need to find the LCM? And if you would have watched our previous video, who goes first? Erin, are you ready?
Yes, miss.
The first one is x minus 6 over 3 minus x minus 7 over 9 is equal to 3. Now, if you are not following, I recommend that you follow our links on Facebook. And Erin, where else can we view our previous videos?
So you can view these previous videos on the various Facebook pages, Ministry of Education, GIS, Digicel, as well as SpiceMath and Delta Plus. You can also log on to the MStar LSP platform.
And there, you are able to obtain an introduction to solving equation. So let's get going. X minus 6 over 3 minus x minus 7 divided by 9 is equal to 3. What should we do next?
So we're going to find the lowest common multiple between 3 and 9, and that is 9. Nine divided by 3 is 3. And we're going to put in brackets x minus 6. And this will look quite familiar. 9 divided by 9 is 1. And in brackets we have x minus 7. That is equal to 3. So now we're going to use the distributive law to expand. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. Negative 1 by x is negative 1x. Negative 1 by negative 7 is positive 7. And all of that is divided by 9. And this is equal to 3.
So we're going to group our like terms.
Yes. So here we have 3x minus x minus 18 plus 7 divided by 9, and that is equal to 3.
So we have
3x minus x is 2x. Negative 18 plus 7 is negative 11. And all of that is divided by 9. And this is equal to 3. So now, if you remember from the previous video, we're going to cross multiply. So now we have 2x minus 11 divided by 9 is equal to 3.
Erin, can you recall the little warm-up that we would have done today on cross multiplication?
Okay, so remember with cross multiplication, we cannot switch the numerator with the denominator
On the same side?
on the same side.
Great.
We can, however, multiply the numerator on one side by the denominator of the next side, as well as we can multiply the denominator on one side by the numerator of the next side.
So 3 is the same as 3 over 1.
Yes.
So let's insert that there, 3 divided by 1, and we are going to cross multiply. Probably put in some arrows to help them.
So 9 would be multiplied by 3, and 1 will be multiplied by 2x minus 11.
Very good.
So we're going to do 1 by 2x minus 11. So that would be 1 multiplied by 2x minus 11 is equal to 9 by 3. So, distributive law again. 1 by 2x is 2x. 1 by negative 11 is negative 11. And that is equal to 9 by 3, which is 27.
Great. So we need to solve for x. So who goes first? Is it the 2 or the negative 11?
The negative 11 goes first.
Great.
So in order to do so, remember from previous videos, we will add 11 to both sides of this equation.
So you can write 2x is equal to 27 plus 11. And that's would have been obtained by just adding 11 to both sides.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So we have 2x is equal to
27 plus 11, which would be 38.
So recall that you should rewrite that line.
Yes. So we're going to rewrite this line. 2x is equal to 38. And we're now going to divide both sides of the equation by 2 because we're solving for x. So we'll jump straight to the answer, where x is equal to 38 divided by 2 is 19. And there you have it.
Very good. Well done.
Thank you. So guys, we just completed our first equation. We hope that you follow along with us, and if you haven't, you can always check symbolab.com. Now let's have a look at our second equation.
Solve the following. Read along with me. 1 over x plus 3 over 4 is equal to a half. Let's try.
Sure.
So we are solving 1 over x plus 3 over 4 is equal to a half. Erin, are you going to assist us in solving this equation?
Yes, miss.
So what is the first step?
The first step is to find the lowest common multiple between x and 4.
So let us explain to our viewers how that could be done. So take, for example, we go to the right-hand side of our page. 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4. Now these two numbers are in their lowest terms. The highest common factor of each number is 1, and so therefore the LCM is found by multiplying 3 by 4 simply. So the LCM is 12. Very good. Yet another example, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 5. Again, these two numbers are in their simplest form, and the highest common factor of each number is 1. And so the LCM is 5 by 2, which is 10. How about another example? 1 over x plus 1 over 7. The highest common factor between x and 7 is 1. And so these numbers are in the simplest form, and so the LCM is 7x. So going back to the left-hand side of our question, similarly, the LCM of 4 and x would be
4x. And so now we found the lowest common multiple between x and 4, and so we can continue with the question. So 4x divided by x leaves us with 4, and that would be 4 multiplied by 1, plus 4x divided by 4 leaves us with x, so that would be x multiplied by 3, and that is equal to 1/2. So we're going to just simplify. 4 by 1, 4. X by 3, and we would say 3x. And that is over 4x. And that is equal to 1/2. So now we're going to cross multiply. And I know you remember this term from previous videos. So the denominator of the left-hand side will be multiplied to the numerator of the right-hand side. And I'm drawing an arrow to show that. The numerator of the left-hand side will be multiplied to the denominator of the right-hand side. And I'm going to draw an arrow to show that. Right? So here we have 2 by 4 plus 3x, and that is equal to 4x multiplied by 1, and we know any number or any number and quantity multiplied by 1 is itself. So this looks quite familiar. We are going to use a distributive law to expand on the left-hand side. So we have 2 multiplied by 4, that gives us 8, plus 2 multiplied by 3x, that gives us 6x, and that is equal to 4x. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bring our like terms to the left-hand side. That would be bringing our terms in x to the left-hand side of the equation. And so in order to do that, we are going to subtract 4x from both sides. So we're going to go straight ahead and just write that. 8 plus 6x minus 4x is equal to 0, because we no longer have anything on the right-hand side of the equation. So it's taken that it would be 0, all right?
So I assume that you subtracted 4x from both sides?
Yes.
Great.
Right. So what we're going to do now is that we just want our terms in x on the left-hand side of this equation. So we are going to do that by subtracting 8 now from both sides of this equation. So I'm just going to go ahead and write 6x minus 4x is equal to -8. Remember, subtracting 8 from both sides of the equation. And now we're going to simplify the left-hand side. 6x minus 4x, that leaves us with 2x. And this is equal to -8. Now, to solve for x, we are going to divide both sides of this equation by 2.
Okay.
I'm going to take this up to the right-hand side here. So again, remember, we must write back the line. 2x is equal to -8. And we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2. And in our next line, we know that 2x divided by 2 leaves us with x. And we know that -8 divided by +2 would give us a negative answer, and that negative answer would be -4. So here you have it, the solution for 1 over x plus 3 over 4 equal to 1/2 would be x is equal to -4.
That was great. And this is correct indeed. So we have an integer for our result. Let us leave them with this activity. So viewers, you can try this. So here are your solutions to the activity questions.
So guys, we've come to the end of this session. We hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you for watching.
You won't believe it's just math. Come on.